Behind me, I have the Tesla that started it all, the Tesla Model S. Now, I know the Tesla Roadster was the first one, but this was the first Tesla sedan to ever come out. And honestly, coming from a Model 3 owner, I really like this car. There are a lot of things I too like about it, and that is what we're going to talk about in today's video. Welcome back, guys, to a new series called Top 5 Cars. In this series, I'm going to basically be going around reviewing different cars and sharing the top 5 things I love and hate about them. And the first car we're doing with today is the Tesla Model S. So now let's get into the 5 things I love and hate about the Tesla Model S. I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Now let's start off with the first thing I love about the Tesla Model S, and that is the design. I love the sloping down hatchback look that the Model 3 simply just doesn't have that. The Model 3 does kind of look like a hatchback, but it just doesn't have that look to it like the S. As you can see, the S has a very, very low roof line, so it kind of slopes down in a sporty manner, and I love the way that the door handles are flush within the car and the way the front of the car looks with that V-cone look. I definitely do like the look of this car, and it's very, very handsome. I usually don't call a car handsome, but this car, it looks very handsome. While we're back here, let's get into the second thing I love about the Tesla Model S, and that is the trunk space. Now, as I have the key here and unlock the car and open up the trunk, you can see that the trunk has a couple of things I wish we had in our Model 3, which is why I like the trunk space in this car. As you can see, I mean, if I bring the camera over here, this car has a very good amount of trunk space. As you can see, I mean, it's about the size as like an A7 Audi or a BMW 530 GT or whatever they are called. But this car has loads of trunk space, and what's even more important is a very wide and big opening for larger items. Now, this is something that I wish the Model 3 had, because when the Model 3 was just starting to come out, people were speculating if it was going to have the hatchback trunk opening look, or it was just going to be a normal sedan trunk. And guess what? It was kind of both of those things. It had that hatchback look, but it opened up like a sedan. And that sloping window at the back really impedes with trunk space, so the opening up for the Model 3 isn't that big. The Model S, though, the window is connected to the trunk, so you can slide things in and out that are really big and heavy. Very smart. And as the second thing I love about this car, as well as you have this cargo cover you can remove and you can fit even bigger things in. But yeah, trunk space definitely wins on this side, and that is another thing, and that's the second thing I love about the Tesla Model S. Now I'm in the back seat of the Model S to demonstrate the third thing I love about the Tesla Model S, and that is the back seat. As you can see, I am 5'3". This seat is where I would sit in the front seat, and I have what is plenty of leg room and plenty of headroom, even with the glass sunshine roof in. And I love this back seat way more than the Model 3's backseat. The big issue with the Model 3's backseat is when we bought the Model 3, it was the end of 2019. I was a lot shorter then, and I was only 14 years old. Now that I am 15 and a half and 5'3", I enjoy the backseat of the Model S 10 times more than the Model 3. The Model 3 has such a high floor, especially with the performance with the bigger battery. You kind of sit like this in the Model 3. Your knees are in your chest, but this Model S, I mean, it is very nice to sit in the back seat. And now again, I don't sit in the back seat that much in the Model 3, but when I do, I don't really enjoy it as much as the Model S. And every single time I'm in a Model S, I enjoy the back seat of it. And that is the third thing I love about the Tesla Model S. Now we're in the inside of the Model S, and I'm going to show you the fourth thing I love about the Tesla Model S, and that is the dashed design and layout. With the Model 3, that dash design had a lot of controversy around it. Tesla just slapping a giant 17-inch touchscreen on the dashboard and calling it a day. However, to be honest with you, I don't really like that dash. I think it's just too simple, and I love the way this dash looks. I really wish the Model 3's design was just a cheaper version or a less costly version of this dash. I love the two separate screens, the one behind the steering wheel to share with you your music, the range, regenerative braking, the time, your car, any service lights or anything, and here is where everything else goes. You can change your music, you can change all the car settings, your drive modes, your profile, you can open your charge port, your air conditioning. It's everything else other than what's in the driver's center display here. I love the way these two screens look. I also love the layout too, how these two buttons are physical, which are actually kind of important because the glove box and the hazard light button are the two most important buttons on any dashboard. The actual physical air vents, the trim, which this is the carbon fiber trim, but this trim that goes along the cross, the leather, and all the storage down here. I just love the way this dash design looks, and it's way better than the Model 3's, because the Model 3 just has so much controversy around it, but this, it's nice, it's simple, and every single time you get in it, you wow that this is what the first Tesla actually looked like. Truly amazing, and another thing I love about this car. Next, I want to show you another feature that I love on the Tesla Model S, and that is the door handles. As you can see, the door handles are flush within the car. Now, when I open the car, the door handles pop out and you can grab and then open them. However, I don't understand how the Model 3 doesn't have these door handles, because it's just a door handle and car companies are thinking of these cool ways to open the doors, but this is probably the coolest way it's going to get because it's easy, it's simple, you don't have to grab or push anything. You can just, when the handles automatically open now, you can automatically pull them, and it's simple, it's easy, it's awesome. Now, those are all the features I love about the Tesla Model S, and those are the 5 things I love. Now let's get into the 5 things that I hate. And just to be specific, there are actually no 5 things I hate about this car. There's actually only 3 things I hate about this car, and those things that I hate have already been addressed. So, or most of them. So, let's get into some of the things I hate, starting with the storage in the inside. Now, the storage inside of the Model S is very minimal. You have basically 2 cup holders in here, and those are the only cup holders you have, and no door bins at all. You have this giant space here where you can put crap, and here where you can also put crap, but that's it. These don't open, these just slide, so all you basically have is 2 cup holders, a giant space, and another smaller space, which is not very convenient whatsoever. However, in the newer Model S's, they have storage and way more cup holders, so that's already been addressed, and they also have door bins, which is also have been addressed as well. So, again, storage isn't great in this car, but I mean, I get after a while you can get used to it. The trunk, where if I open it, I can demonstrate a second thing I hate about this car, and that is the trunk close button. Just imagine a scenario. It's early Saturday morning. You're getting up to go to the airport to go to Miami, and it's like early 3 a.m. in the morning, and you go to load your Model S so you can take it to the airport. All your luggage is in here, and you go to close it, and this happens. Now the entire neighborhood just woken up. So, because of that Model S noise, in all seriousness, this has also been addressed by just a little bit of a boop. But again, this Model S, this generation of the Model S has that annoying beep, and it's just so annoying and unnecessarily loud. Now let's talk about the final thing I hate about this car, and that is the price. I think everybody hates the price, but this is definitely a interesting one. So for this model, 2016 Model S 85 model, you can be looking for around $50,000 if you find one with good amount of mileage. This one has 40,000 miles, so brand new. These are probably around $90,000, but since depreciation and Teslas actually hold their value pretty well, but after new models came out and new generations and the software getting slower, you can find these for around $50,000 to $60,000 with the 85 kilowatt hour battery. With a good amount of mileage. However, this car, priced new, I did the long range, I did red, the standard wheels. That's looking around $90,000, which again is a lot for an electric car. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't pay that. I still focused on Tesla being the best car company. I wouldn't pay that because there are so many other better looking cars out there for 90 grand. I would 100% take a Porsche Taycan base model over a Tesla Model S 85 kilowatt hour battery one. However, I'm not saying that Tesla's a bad company. I'm saying that the Model 3 is probably the best Tesla out there. It is a good price, and to get into a performance one for around 50 grand, that's a really good deal because a performance one of these is well over $130,000. So I honestly wouldn't pay this much for this car, which is why we went with the 3. But it's good to know that these used are around comparable to a Model 3, and that's the age-old question: used S or new 3. And those are 5 things I love and 3 things I hate about the Tesla Model S. I absolutely love doing this series, so this first episode I actually worked really hard on, so you guys hope you enjoyed it. Let me guys know what other cars I should do. I will definitely do some other cars, maybe my mom's Audi, maybe the Porsche. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys comment down below, like the video, and subscribe and share this video with any other Tesla lovers out there. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Coming in, yeah, flex. I just want